A pure substance which contains only one type of atom is called option A an element, option B a compound, option C a solid, option D a liquid. A pure substance which contains only one type of atom is called an element. An element is made up of only one type of atom. An element is made up of only one type of atom. Which of the following is a homogeneous mixture? Option A, mixture of soil and water. Option B, sugar solution. Option C, mixture of sugar, salt and salt. Option D, iodized table salt. Which of the following is a homogeneous mixture? Answer option B, sugar solution. Sugar solution is a homogeneous mixture. A homogeneous mixture is a mixture in which the composition is uniform throughout the mixture. The significant figures in 0.00051 are option A 5, option B 3, option C 2, option D 6. The answer is option C 2. The significant figures in 0.00051 are 2. Formation of CO and CO2 illustrates the law of option A law of conservation of mass, option B law of reciprocal proportion, option C law of constant proportion, option D law of multiple proportion. The answer is option D law of multiple proportion. Formation of CO and CO2 illustrate the law of multiple proportion. The mass of an atom of carbon is option A 1 gram, option B 1.99 into 10 raised to minus 23 gram, option C 1 by 12 gram, option D 1.99 into 10 raised to 23 gram. The mass of an atom of carbon is option B 1.99 into 10 raised to minus 23 gram. The mass of an atom of carbon is 1.99 into 10 raised to minus 23 gram. Which of the following pairs of gases contains the same number of molecules? Which of the following pairs of gases contains the same number of molecules? Option A 60 gram of O2 and 40 gram of N2. Option B 6 gram of O2 and 22 gram of CO2. Option C 28 gram of N2 and 22 gram of CO2. Option D 32 gram of CO2 and 32 gram of N2. The answer is option A 16 gram of O2 and 14 gram of N2. Option A 16 gram of O2 and 14 gram of N2. Neutron was discovered by option A J.J. Thomson, option B Chadwick, option C Rutherford, option D Priestley. Neutron was discovered by option B Chadwick. Chadwick in 1932 discovered the neutral particles neutron. Chadwick discovered the neutral particles neutron. The radius of an atomic nucleus is of the order of option A 10 raised to minus 10 cm, option B 10 raised to minus 13 cm, option C 10 raised to minus 15 cm, option D 10 raised to minus 8 cm. The radius of an atomic nucleus is of the order of 10 raised to minus 13 cm. The radius of an atomic nucleus is of the order of 10 raised to minus 13 cm. Isotopes of an element have option A different chemical and physical properties, option B similar chemical and physical properties, option C similar chemical but different physical properties, option D Similar physical but different chemical properties. The answer is option C. Similar chemical but different physical properties. Atoms of the same element which have the same atomic number but different mass number are called isotopes. So they have similar chemicals but different physical properties. Atoms of the same element which have the same atomic number but different mass number are called isotopes. So they have similar chemicals but different physical properties. The atomic orbital is option A, the circular path of the electron, option B, elliptical shaped orbit, option C, three-dimensional field around nucleus, option D, the region in which there is a maximum probability of finding an electron. The answer is option D, the region in which there is a maximum probability of finding an electron. The region in which there is a maximum probability of finding an electron is called orbit, atomic orbit. Principal, azimuthal and magnetic quantum numbers are respectively related to option A, size, shape and orientation. Option B, shape, size and orientation. Option C, size, orientation and shape. Option D, none of the above. Principal, azimuthal and magnetic quantum numbers are respectively related to option A, size, shape and orientation. Principal, azimuthal and magnetic quantum numbers are respectively related to size, shape and orientation. The vertical columns in the periodic table are termed as option A, periods, option B, groups, option C, series, option D, none of these. The vertical column in the periodic table are termed as option B, groups. The vertical columns in the periodic table are termed as option B, groups. The element with atomic number 26 will be found in group option A 2, option B 8, option C 6, option D 10. The element with the atomic number 26 will be found in group 8. Answer option B 8. The element with the atomic number 26 will be found in group 8. The element with the atomic numbers 9, 17, 35, 53 and 85 are option A, halogens, option B, noble gases, option C, alkali earth metals, option D, transition metals. The elements with atomic numbers 9, 17, 35, 53, 85 are all option A, halogens. The elements of atomic numbers 9, 17, 35, 53, 85 are all halogens. All are halogens. Which of the following elements has the maximum negative electron gain enthalpy? Which of the following elements has the maximum negative electron gain enthalpy? Option A, oxygen, option B, chlorine, option C, fluorine, option D, nitrogen. The answer is option B, chlorine. Chlorine has the maximum negative electron gain enthalpy. Chlorine has the maximum negative electron gain enthalpy. The most electronegative element in the periodic table is option A, nitrogen, option B, oxygen, option C, chlorine, option D, fluorine. The most electronegative element in the periodic table is option D, fluorine. The most electronegative element in the periodic table is fluorine. In a group of the periodic table, the ionization enthalpies of the elements decreases from top to bottom because of option A increase in densities, option B decrease in chemical reactivities, option C increases in atomic size, option D decrease in electronegativity. In a group of the periodic table, the ionization enthalpies of the elements decreases from top to bottom because of option C increase in atomic size. In a group of the periodic table, the ionization enthalpies of the elements decreases from top to bottom because of increase in atomic size. According to Levy's concept, an acid is option A proton donor, option B electron pair donor, option C electron pair acceptor, option D proton acceptor. According to Levy's concept, an acid is option C electron pair acceptor. According to Levy's concept, an acid is electron pair acceptor. Ostwald dilution law is applicable to option A strong electrolytes only, option B weak electrolytes only, option C non-electrolytes, option D strong and weak electrolytes. The answer is option B weak electrolytes only. Ostwald's dilution law is applicable to weak electrolyte only. Ostwald dilution law is applicable to weak electrolyte only. The pH of a solution of hydrochloric acid is 4. The molarity of the solution is option A 4, option B 0.4, option C 0.0001, option D 0.04. The pH of a solution of hydrochloric acid is 4. The molarity of the solution is option C 0.0001. Which of the following pairs constitutes a buffer? Which of the following pairs constitutes a buffer? Option A NaOH and HCl. Option B HNO3 and NH4NO3. Option C HCl and KCl. Option D HNO2 and NaNO2. Which of the following pairs constitutes of a buffer? Option D HNO2 and NaNO2. HNO2 and NaNO2 represents a buffer mixture. HNO2 and NaNO2 represent a buffer mixture. Le-Chatelier's principle is applicable to option A only homogeneous chemical reversible reactions, option B only heterogeneous chemical reversible reactions, option C only physical equilibria, option D all systems chemical or physical in equilibrium. Le-Chatelier principle is applicable to all systems chemical or physical in equilibrium. Water softening by Clarke's process uses option A calcium bicarbonate, option B sodium bicarbonate, option C potash alum, option D calcium hydroxide. Water softening by Clarke's process uses option D calcium hydroxide. Water softening by Clarke's process uses calcium hydroxide. First question. Nascent hydrogen consists of option A hydrogen atoms with excess energy, option B hydrogen molecules with excess energy, option C hydrogen ions within the excited state, option D solvated protons. Nascent hydrogen consists of option A hydrogen atoms with excess energy. Nascent hydrogen consists of hydrogen atoms with excess energy. The adsorption of hydrogen by palladium is called option A hydrogenation, option B hydration, option C reduction, option D occlusion. The adsorption of hydrogen by palladium is called option D occlusion. The adsorption of hydrogen by palladium is called occlusion. Zeolite used to soften hardness of water is hydrated. Option A potassium aluminum borate. Option B sodium aluminum silicate. Option C calcium aluminum silicate. Option D zinc aluminum borate. Zeolite used to soften hardness of water is hydrated sodium aluminum silicate. Zeolite used to soften hardness of water is hydrated sodium aluminum silicate. Permanent hardness from water can be removed by adding option A Na2CO3, option B K, option C CaCl2, option D Cl2. Permanent hardness from water can be removed by adding option A Na2CO3. Permanent hardness from water can be removed by adding Na2CO3. Which of the following statements about hydrogen is incorrect? Option A. Hydronium ion H3O plus exists freely in solution. Option B. Dihydrogen does not act as a reducing agent. Option C. Hydrogen has 3 isotopes of which tritium is the most common. Option D. Both B and C. Which of the following statement about hydrogen is incorrect? Answer both B and C. Dihydrogen does not act as a reducing agent. Hydrogen has 3 isotopes of which tritium is the most common. Both these statements are incorrect according to hydrogen. Which sulfate has the highest solubility in water? Option A BaSO4, B CaSO4, option C BeSO4, option D MgSO4. Which sulfate has the highest solubility in water? Answer option C BeSO4. BeSO4 has the highest solubility in water. Which of the following metal ions plays an important role in muscle contraction? Option A K+, option B Na+, option C Mg2+, option D Ca2+. Which of the following metal ion plays an important role in muscle contraction? Option D Ca2+. Ca2+ plays an important role in muscle contraction. Which of the following alkaline earth metal ion has the highest ionic mobility in aqueous solution? Option A Be2+, option B Ca2+, option C Ba2+, option D Mg2+. Which of the following alkaline earth metal ion has the highest ionic mobility in aqueous solution? Answer is option C Ba2+. Ba2+ has the highest ionic mobility in aqueous solution. What does aluminum carbide produce on hydrolysis? Option A C2H6, option B C2H4, option C C2H2, option D CH4. What does aluminum carbide produce on hydrolysis? Answer is option D CH4. What does aluminum carbide produce on hydrolysis? Answer is CH4. What happens to the size of atoms in p block elements when we move from left to right in the same period? Option A size does not change. Option B size increases then decreases. Option C size increases. Option D size decreases. What happens to the size of atoms in p block elements when we move from left to right in the same period? Option D size decreases. What happens to the size of atom in p block elements when we move from left to right in the same period? Then size will decrease. When ammonia is oxidized to form nitric acid, what catalyst is used? Option A platinum rhodium gas, option B vanadium oxide, option C palladium hydride, option D sodium amalgam. When ammonia is oxidized to form nitric acid, what catalyst is used? Answer is option A platinum rhodium gas. platinum, rhodium goes. Which of the following statements about hypophosphorus acid is incorrect? Option A, it is also called phosphonic acid. Option B, the oxidation state of phosphorus is +1. Option C, it is monobasic. Option D, it is represented by the formula H3PO2. Which of the following statements about hypophosphorus acid is incorrect? The incorrect statement is it is also called phosphonic acid. Why is nitrogen preferred in the welding and cooling of materials? Option A, it is an inert gas. Option B, it is non-toxic. Option C, its gas can easily be handled. D, it has an extremely low freezing point. Why is nitrogen preferred in the welding and cooling of materials? Answer option A, it is an inert gas. The nitrogen preferred in the welding and cooling of materials because it is an inert gas. Producer gas is defined as which of the following mixtures? Option A, carbon dioxide and hydrogen. Option B, carbon monoxide and hydrogen. Option C, carbon monoxide and nitrogen. Option D, carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Producer gas is defined as which of the following mixtures? Option C, carbon monoxide and nitrogen. Producer gas is defined as which of the following mixtures? Carbon monoxide and nitrogen. Gunmetal is an alloy of option A, copper and aluminium. Option B, copper and tin. Option C, copper, zinc and tin. Option D, copper, zinc and nickel. Gunmetal is an alloy of option C, copper, zinc and tin. Copper, zinc and tin. When potassium ferrocyanide crystals are heated with the concentrated sulfuric acid, the gas evolved is option A, sulfur dioxide, option B, ammonia, option C, carbon monoxide, option D, carbon dioxide. When potassium ferrocyanide crystals are heated with the concentrated sulfuric acid, the gas evolved is carbon monoxide. Answer is option C, carbon monoxide. Zinc and mercury do not show variable valency like d block elements because option A, they are soft, option B, their d shells are complete, option C, they have only 2 electrons in the outermost subshell, option D, their d shells are incomplete. Zinc and mercury do not show variable valency like d block elements because option B, their d shells are complete. Zinc and mercury do not show variable valency like d block elements because their d shells are complete. The pair that has similar atomic radii is option A, manganese and rhenium, option B, titanium and hafnium, option C, scandium and nickel, option D, molybdenum and tungsten. The pair that has similar atomic radii is option D, molybdenum and tungsten. Answer is option D, molybdenum and tungsten has their similar atomic radii. Molybdenum and tungsten has similar atomic radius. Silver nitrate produces a black stain on the skin due to option A, being a strong reducing agent, option B, its corrosive action, option C, formation of complex compound, option D, its reduction to metallic silver. Silver nitrate produces a black stain on the skin due to option D, its reduction to metallic silver. Silver nitrate produces a black stain on the skin due to its reduction to metallic silver. First question, ethane with the molecular formula C2H6 has option A, 6 covalent bonds, option B, 7 covalent bonds, option C, 8 covalent bonds, option D, 9 covalent bonds. Ethane with the molecular formula C2H6 has 7 covalent bonds. Ethane with the molecular formula C2H6 has 7 covalent bonds. Alkanes, alkenes and alkynes is the combination of the following elements. Option A, oxygen and nitrogen. Option B, hydrogen and nitrogen. Option C, carbon and nitrogen. Option D, carbon and hydrogen. Alkanes, alkenes and alkynes is the combination of option D, carbon and hydrogen. Alkanes, alkenes and alkynes is the combination of carbon and hydrogen. What is fire ice? What is fire ice? Option A, propene hydrate. Option B, methane hydrate. Option C, methylene hydrate. Option D, ethane hydrate. What is fire ice? Answer is option B, methane hydrate. Fire ice is methane hydrate. The molecular formula of propane is option A, CH4, option B, C4H10, option C, C3H8, option D, C2H6. The molecular formula of propane is option C, C3H8. Propane, C3H8. Most of the explosions in mines occur due to the mixing of option A, hydrogen with oxygen, option B, oxygen with acetylene, option C, methane with air, option D, carbon dioxide with ethane. Most of the explosions in mines occur due to the mixing of methane with air. Most of the explosions in mines occur due to the mixing of methane with air. The general formula of alkanes is option A, CnH2n-2, option B, CnH2n plus 2, option C, CnH3n-3, option D, CnH2n. The general formula of alkanes is option B, CnH2n plus 2. The general formula of alkanes is CnH2n plus 2. The percentage composition of carbon by mole in methane is option A, 75%, option B, 80%, option C, 25%, option D, 20%. The percentage composition of carbon by mole in methane is 20%. The percentage composition of carbon by mole in methane is 20%. The alcohol that does not react with the Lucas reagent is option A, isobutyl alcohol, option B, N-butanol, option C, tert-butyl alcohol, option D, sec-butyl alcohol. The alcohol that does not react with the Lucas reagent is N-butanol. Answer is N-butanol. Which of the following is formed when phenol is exposed to air? Option A, O-benzoquinone, option B, P-benzoquinone, option C, phenoquinone, option D, O and P-benzoquinone. Which of the following is formed when phenol is exposed to air? Answer is option D, O and P-benzoquinone. O and P-benzoquinone formed when phenol is exposed to air. Acid catalyzed hydration of alkenes except ethane leads to the formation of option A mixture of secondary and tertiary alcohols, option B, a mixture of primary and secondary alcohols, option C, secondary or tertiary alcohols, option D, primary alcohol. Acid catalyzed hydration of alkenes except ethane leads to the formation of secondary or tertiary alcohol. Acid catalyzed hydration of alkenes except ethane leads to the formation of secondary or tertiary alcohol. Due to dash, an ether is more volatile than an alcohol having the same molecular formula. Option A, the dipolar character of ether. Option B, alcohols having resonance structures. Option C, intermolecular hydrogen bonding in ethers. Option D, intermolecular hydrogen bonding in alcohols. Due to dash an ether is more volatile than an alcohol having the same molecular formula. Answer is option D, intermolecular hydrogen bonding in alcohol. Due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding in alcohol, an ether is more volatile than an alcohol having the same molecular formula. Dehydration of alcohol is an example of option A, addition reaction, option B, elimination reaction, option C, substitution reaction, option D, redox reaction. Dehydration of alcohol is an example of elimination reaction. Dehydration of alcohol is an example of elimination reaction. Catalytic dehydrogenation of primary alcohol gives A. Option A, ketone. Option B, aldehyde. Option C, alcohol. Option C, ester. Catalytic dehydrogenation of primary alcohol gives A, aldehyde. Catalytic dehydrogenation of primary alcohol gives a aldehyde. Choose the cationic detergent from the list below. Option A, pentaerythritol monostearate. Option B, sodium rhodesyl sulfate. Option C, cetyl trimethyl ammonium bromide. Option D, sodium lauryl sulfate. Choose the cationic detergent from the list below. Option C, cetyl trimethyl ammonium bromide. Cetyl trimethyl ammonium bromide. What type of soap is generated when soap is dissolved in ethanol and then the surplus solvent is evaporated? Option A, shaving soap. Option B, floating soap. Option C, transparent soap. Option D, laundry soap. What type of soap is generated when soap is dissolved in ethanol and then surplus solvent is evaporated? Answer is option C, transparent soap. Transparent soap is generated when soap is dissolved in ethanol and then the surplus solvent is evaporated. Which of the following should never be used to treat pupil directly? Option A, antiseptics. Option B, antimalarials. Option C, disinfectants. Option D, antibiotics. Which of the following should never be used to treat pupil directly? Answer option C, disinfectants. Disinfectants should never be used to treat pupil directly. Synthetic human hair wigs are made from a copolymer of vinyl chloride and acrylonitrile and is called option A, PVC. Option B, polyacrylonitrile. Option C, cellulose. Option D, dinyl. Synthetic human hair wigs are made from a copolymer of vinyl chloride and acrylonitrile and is called option D, dinyl. Synthetic human hair wigs are made from a copolymer of vinyl chloride and acrylonitrile and is called dinyl. Chatelier is a condensation polymer of ethylene glycol and option A, benzoic acid. Option B, phthalic acid. Option C, salicylic acid. Option D, terephthalic acid. Chatelier is a condensation polymer of ethylene glycol and option D, terephthalic acid. Chatelier is a condensation polymer of ethylene glycol and terephthalic acid. Which of the following occurs when the enzyme and the inhibiting medication have a strong bond? Option A, the active site slowly regains its original shape. Option B, the body synthesizes a new enzyme. Option C, the enzyme is blocked temporarily. Option D, the enzyme develops a new active site. Which of the following occurs when the enzyme and the inhibiting medication have strong bond? Answer is option B, the body synthesizes a new enzyme. Which of the following occurs when the enzyme and the inhibiting medication have a strong bond? Answer option B, the body synthesizes a new enzyme. Which of the following is not a thermoplastic example? Option A, polyvinyl chloride. Option B, epoxy. Option C polyesters. Option D nylon. Which of the following is not a thermoplastic example? Answer is option B epoxy. Epoxy is not a thermoplastic example.